At 8:42 a.m., a junior bank clerk logged in like any other day. No alarms, no guns, no masks. By the time anyone noticed, $2 billion was already gone. Not hacked, not robbed. This is the story of how the safest systems in the world failed because they trusted the wrong person, and how silence became the most powerful weapon of all. The clerk wasn't powerful, he wasn't rich, he wasn't important. He sat 3 floors below the executives, processed routine transactions, adjusted decimals no one checked. Banks call people like him low risk, too small to matter, too boring to watch. But modern banks don't run on vaults, they run on permissions. Every system has cracks, and this one was hidden behind trust. The clerk had access to temporary settlement accounts, places where money pauses before moving on, accounts designed to be invisible, uninteresting. He noticed something others didn't. If money stayed there, just a little longer, no one asked questions. So he made the smallest change possible. A delay, a rounding adjustment, a fraction of a percent. No alerts, no red flags. The first transfer was $8,000. No one noticed. The second transfer was $50,000. Still nothing. The third, $400,000. Silence. The clerk wasn't stealing from the bank. He was borrowing from time itself. By exploiting reconciliation windows, moments when systems assume errors will self-correct. They didn't. Each transaction vanished into offshore holding accounts. Shell companies registered in places no one follows up on. He didn't rush. That was the trick. He studied human behavior more than code. Auditors look for spikes. He created slopes. He learned something terrifying. If fraud is boring enough, it becomes invisible. 18 months in, the total crossed $1 billion. Still no investigation, still no call. But something changed. The clerk stopped checking balances. He wasn't afraid of being caught. He was afraid of being noticed. So he changed tactics. He began returning small amounts, creating the illusion of correction. The system trusted him even more. That's when he made the mistake. He used the money, not extravagantly, not stupidly, just enough to exist. A property purchase routed through 5 countries, an investment fund seeded quietly. That left a footprint, and footprints attract attention. An internal audit flagged a discrepancy, not a theft, a timing anomaly. Executives weren't alarmed. They were confused. They blamed software, then legacy systems, then each other. Meanwhile, the clerk kept working, still approving transactions, still invisible. By the time investigators realized this wasn't a glitch, the number hit $2 billion. The bank froze accounts, but it was too late. The money wasn't in one place. It was everywhere and nowhere. Authorities moved fast, quietly. They traced logs, emails, access records. Every trail led back to the same login, a name no one remembered. When they confronted him, he didn't run, didn't deny it. He asked one question: did the system work? Because it did. He followed every rule, used every permission he was given. The bank recovered less than 20%, the rest had dissolved into financial fog. But then, the story took a turn. The trial never made headlines. The bank settled quietly, paid fines, blamed procedural failure. Why? Because admitting the truth was worse. The clerk didn't break the system. He revealed it. If customers knew how fragile trust really was, panic would spread faster than the theft, so they buried it. No documentaries, no movies, no names. Until now. The shocking truth? The clerk wasn't the biggest criminal in the room. The real crime was designing a system where one person could move billions. Oversight was optional, and accountability was negotiable. He didn't exploit a loophole. He exposed a business model. Banks don't fail from hackers. They fail from confidence. Today, the systems are more secure. That's what they say. But the same assumptions remain. Trust over verification, speed over safety, silence over truth. Somewhere, right now, another invisible clerk is logging in. The question isn't if it happens again, it's whether we'll notice next time.